What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Look forward to getting everyone in the live stream, chat it up, see how everybody's doing. Hopefully everybody's had a absolute great Friday so far. I feel pretty confident about the market so far as today. That's one thing I really wanted to talk about, kind of get, there's been some frustration. I've been extremely frustrated with some things. Really kind of talk about it, go through some things. Obviously, there are some stocks that are doing absolutely phenomenal. Maybe we dabble into some of the crypto stuff that's been going on. I know a lot of people have switched over. A lot of people start playing a lot of crypto stuff. Maybe we can start dabbling and talking about some crypto too. I'm excited to see what this stream really entails. Really see who all can participate. Looking forward to it. I'm going to be posting here in a second on Twitter, letting everybody know we are live. There we go. There we go. So what is going on, everybody? Hope everyone, like I said, has had a great Friday. So today I was actually thoroughly surprised the way things turned out. I'm not going to lie. The red has been very, very fluid. It's been going on for some time now. It's just been absolutely, absolutely terrible. And, we're starting to see some things change over a little bit. It seems like as of late, anytime a quarterly earnings that is good comes out, it's immediately red either that day or the following day. They put out a great PR release, something that is saying that this is going to happen. Maybe they sign a letter of intent. The stock goes down. Maybe they do some amazing partnership or they announce some just absolutely amazing acquisition. The stock tends to go down as of late. And that just seems off to me. That seems the opposite of what should happen in some of those cases. I completely understand, ladies and gentlemen, the buy the hype, sell the news aspect. I completely understand that. But after so much time, that seems to be a little off where a company tends to put out a ton of good information, a week's worth of good information, and the stock just keeps getting driven down. At some point, that's not just how the market works, and it doesn't make any sense. So it's going to be interesting to see how some of these really respond. I do think today was a great response to some of the situation that we've been enduring with a lot of these plays. And honestly, I really have kind of a game plan moving forward when some of these penny stocks / OTC start to really take off. I definitely am going to trim some. I do have a plan now for Ag Eagle as well. I would like to see it do something, and then I intend to trim some of Ag Eagle as well. I never thought I would be saying that, but it's time to change and really kind of understand how I need to start playing this market. And that's my strategy. That's how I'm going to be doing some things. So I do really look forward to some of this stuff starting to take off. So we are going to talk about Humble. Obviously, Humble has been doing some tremendous things. I do really look forward to the Tennessee event that they are planning on putting on. My intent is 100% to attend the event and meet as many YouTubers and many investors as I possibly can. I think that would be absolutely tremendous, and it would be just super, super exciting to be a part of. So I really am looking forward to attending, or it's not a conference. I guess it would be an investor conference, but it's more or less a festival. There's going to be a lot of music. Dave Matthews Band is definitely going to be the headliner. NFTs are going to be going on. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Some of these other ones, like Ag Eagle responded today. The rumor was that the earnings report was going to be coming out. I do know that they have a update for us on Monday. They're going to be talking about the updated. I do believe they're really going to hit on the COO and the new position that he has obtained coming over from Measure. So that's going to be really exciting. I do really look forward to that for sure. And really, maybe they do provide some updates from Ag Eagle for what they can. Obviously, we understand the non-disclosure agreement is still in place, so there's probably a good chance that we don't hear too much. But I do look forward to just getting that updated information with the new positions and things like that. Guys, I really am excited about this Currency Works. The board member is going to be Cameron Chell. He is, the CEO of Dragonfly, a drone company, but they also do a lot more. I'm really am excited about Currency Works. I think that it's going to have a pretty good future. They are getting very, very, very involved with NFTs, and that's what's exciting for me. I do see this NFT push really becoming a relevant piece here in the future of a lot of things. I think it's going to start to kind of be a way of collecting history. And I think NFTs are going to be a very, very key piece moving forward. You're seeing some astronomical prices and some astronomical things for some very early on NFTs. And for the most part, most of them are being sold for charitable causes. And that's what's pretty cool too, is you're seeing a lot of that for charitable causes. So the next one that I really kind of want to talk about is Alpine 4 Tech, guys. I've done a decent amount of videos as of late. Not a lot of people seem to be interested in Alpine 4. I really am excited to see what they've been doing. From a overall business company perspective, they are just absolutely dominating. They're going out, they're making acquisitions, they are filling their subsidiaries, and they are just putting them to work. And what's unique about Alpine 4 too is each subsidiary can use each other. For example, they have Quality Circuit Assembly, QCA. It's being used by, their drone sector, and they have Value's using it, and then Impossible Aerospace is in the process of developing, their next phase of their drone, and so, Quality Circuit Assembly is a part of that process. So there really is a lot of things that are going on with Alpine 4 Holdings. It's no longer tech. And then that lurking NASDAQ is there. The NASDAQ really did get behind when the pandemic hit. I'm sure they did. And they're probably behind in the process because a lot of companies have, put in for that process. Alpine 4 is probably right there. At the latest, I would say a couple months, but I can envision it happening anytime, really. They've honestly just, from a revenue standpoint, it's just been incredible. And like I said, they just keep going out and getting very good businesses, and they're adding them to subsidiaries, to the companies, and those are just generating big time revenue. They're constantly posting. Kent Wilson, the CEO, is constantly putting out information to us. And so I really am excited to see the vision, the direction of ALPP. So the next one that I kind of want to talk about is Dragonfly. Ladies and gentlemen, Dragonfly is another one that is just waiting to be uplisted to the NASDAQ. Since enduring all this price action, it really has been kind of rough. We're seeing the, Dragonfly really dip off, but they still are very involved with the drone sector. They're still very involved with medicines and pharmaceuticals and doing everything that is related to that. So it is absolutely exciting to see, obviously Dragonfly doing what they're doing. And I really do think that Dragonfly is going to have a very significant role when it comes to drones and drones in not only Canada but the United States and maybe in the future into Europe. So I really do like what Dragonfly is doing, and they've been in the game, it seems like, the longest. So it'll be interesting to see. I hear a lot of the people say that at some point you're going to start to see a lot of, truly you're going to start to see a lot of teams coming together, whether that is going to be mergers, whether that is going to be, big time acquisitions. But at some point, you're going to start to see an assembly of maybe a Justice League type, company, or maybe it's just you're going to see a big time company come together and really start to spearhead that entire sector. So it'll be interesting to see once we get closer. I think that'll be more telling because when companies start to do that, I think that'll indicate that we're pretty close to some major stuff happening. What's going on, Daniel? I appreciate you swinging in. I know exactly what the eagle means. Hey, holy smokes, it was soaring today. It definitely was soaring today. Big time information, big time thing coming out on Monday. Definitely looking forward to that. So yeah, really looking forward to Ag Eagles conference on Monday. It's more of just a discussion, I think. I don't think they're really going to reveal any numbers or anything. But it will just be nice to hear them talk and let the COO maybe even talk openly without it being scripted. So that'll definitely be interesting. I saw some pretty big information. Yeah, here it is. So I saw some pretty big information here on Fisker today. It came out and it said that Fisker joined up with Foxconn, and they're going to be doing a deal where they start to build a skateboard, I believe. I was reading in on this, and I think that is a big time piece for Fisker, and it'll be interesting to see how that ends up coming about. So that seemed to be a pretty good deal. It didn't run super significant. It was only up 5.53% today, and it only went up at 1.24% in the after hours. But that was definitely interesting to see Fisker, obviously get that deal with Foxconn and maybe, moving forward with that and develop something in the future. So that was really cool to see. Some of these other ones have been pretty, down for the most part. As you guys can see, I am down to 34 shares or stocks. At one point I was at 41, 42. So I really have trimmed off a ton of stocks. LTNC is one of the ones that I really have a vision for. I know a ton of people do. They just really continue to push and emphasize the fact that Manny Pacquiao is going to be a face of the company for a little bit. They're going to be pushing it hard overseas. And so this is an international hydrogen-infused water company. They recently just announced that they were going to be doing some things with gamers, and I do believe they announced 2 gamers on YouTube, which they have made partnerships with. They did release a new product on May the 4th. It was, obviously May the 4th be with you. So they did release a new product on May the 4th. So this company really is taking massive strides. They have a phenomenal CEO. He keeps us updated through Twitter, a daily update on what's going on with the company. They are trying to get pink current. They're doing everything they can at this moment since from the last, I call it administration. So they're really trying to get everything squared away for the investors. And as they continue to build this company, they're doing tremendous. He constantly is updating on where they're at with orders, pushing out orders. We're getting visual aids of cans and things like that. So it's really cool to see where this company is at, and beyond excited to see the future of LTNC. I'd be very interested at some point if they do change the ticker, and the reason is because really they do have the affiliation with LaborSmart, but it's more or less the hydrogen infused company now, and that's the direction they're going. So I do feel maybe at some point here in the future, we do see them put in for a ticker change and completely change what the title of that company is. What's going on, Jose? Hope everything is going good. I appreciate you swinging in a live stream. Daniel, I appreciate you swinging in a live stream. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. Hope all is well with you guys. So yeah, definitely interested in a ton of these stocks that, I've been definitely dealing with. I haven't, really, yesterday I added to 2,000 more to Humble. I'm now up to 12,000 in Humble. I'm trying to think what else I added to. I know I added to ALPP. I was going to try to get Currency Works to 1,000 shares. I do think that there's a chance. I did sell 750,000 shares of HCMC. I was sitting on 1 million for a long time. And, it did make that massive run. When it first became popular, it got as high as 0.0065. I did sell yesterday 750,000 at 0.0019. But since then, I'm okay with that. That leaves me with 250,000 shares, still considered as a lottery ticket in my opinion. They are doing things with their box grocery stores and some other things. But for me, the big reason why I invested in this company was strictly to see the Philip Morris lawsuit out. And that's kind of what it was. I did take some of that money and put it directly into some of these other plays, specifically Humble when it was trading around 89 cents. I was able to get 2,000 shares more of Humble at 89 cents by using HCMC's profit. So cannot complain with that. I do believe in Humble very long term. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I do intend to attend the conference / festival in Tennessee. My entire goal is to attend both events, in Tennessee and then obviously in San Diego, California. So we'll just have to see if that can even be worked out, played out. But I am very, very excited for this company. I do think that they are, again, you're starting to see Brian Foote become a little bit more transparent on social media. He really posted a lot today, answered a lot of questions through Twitter. People had some questions in reference to, the, I want to say it's the support, but it's not really support. It's where you're kind of like a promoter. So people reached out, were asking him questions. He was directing people to the right connects. And so it's just nice to see him on Twitter really answering questions for what he can answer, and then directing them to get answers. That's what you want to see. You want to see a CEO who is willing to accept those questions and then give you answers. If he doesn't know the answer, he's at least trying to help you and support you in getting that answer. So really excited about what Humble has going for them. It's just nice to know Brian Foote is giving it his all. In the last conference call and even the video I did with Burner Market Trading and TC, we really talked about it. And it's the fact that he is going to, only accept $1 as his payment or his payroll. And then he is going to be buying the next acquisition with his Class B shares or Preferred B shares. So I think that just really tells you a lot about him as a CEO, but it also tells you him as a businessman. He's obviously trying to make a successful business, and he really wants the company to do well. And clearly he cares about everyone that's around him too, and that's what's pretty neat about it. He's excited to be back out on the road and get involved with what's going on with the company, promoting the company. It'll be interesting to see when the next portion of the app goes live. We obviously know the first section, there was like A, B, and C. A was released, but B and C have not yet been released for the app. And I do think a huge chunk of the countries that they were trying to encompass was really classified in B. So it makes sense. A lot of this was directed towards Latin America because, Latin America didn't have some of these things. And so, he's trying to really get that fixed. Tickery is doing amazing. Ticket sales are coming back up. We're seeing some sporting events and some athletic places saying, hey, you don't need to wear a mask anymore. The CDC says outside. And we're even seeing if you've been vaccinated inside, you don't have to wear a mask. So you're starting to see some of that stuff loosen up, which then in return, you're starting to see more events happen. You're starting to see festivals like that is intended to happen here in September for Humble. You're starting to see concerts come back, and sporting events that are taking place. You're seeing, the amount of people that are able to come to baseball games and things like that increasing, and college events and things like that. So you're really starting to see from a sports and a entertainment place, things ramping back up, and it shows too that our economy is going to start ramping back up as well. with that comes inflation. And that's just the way it works sometimes. Unfortunately, that's just how it works sometimes. As things start to open up and the cost of things start to go up, it sucks. But we're seeing lumber go up, gas prices are going up, gas is struggling to get places after it's being hacked. So really, there's just a lot that has kind of been going on. And you're starting to see that also impact, some of these stocks, and you're really starting to see how it affects everything as a whole. And that's just crazy how economics and ergonomics and all that stuff happen to affect everything. It's crazy. So that's kind of my little soapbox. That's like my little, I'm going to get up and preach a little bit type thing. I did see some more things in this news. I really do like this news section when it comes to Webull. I think that it really shows you good information, and it ties it into, if you add anything to your like in my case, I have this as my 401k, but this is what's in my 401k, and it really kind of just translates over. If anything with that stock happens, it populates it in the news section, and I really think that's awesome. A lot of things looks like it appears happen for Apple, but a lot of people write articles and cover Apple, so that's why you get a lot of stuff like this. But yeah, it's just really neat to see, some of the information you can find. So like here, for example, Lordstown. So Lordstown Motors to reschedule first quarter 2021 financial results for May 24th, 2021. So as you guys can see, that's probably, if I had to guess, I don't believe that that's probably going to be a very good quarterly financial results, just because Lordstown really hasn't sold a ton, and at least the last I've heard a lot about their stuff is it wasn't all necessarily true. But yeah, there's a lot of these companies that I like to just click on, and you get some decent information. CleanSpark obviously is really taking on a lot of Bitcoin and mining and things like that. So they talked about them increasing their mining rate to 2,400 new rigs, which I think is really cool. Plus, it also helps out with the situation. So you're finding out CleanSpark obviously is shifting gears a little bit. Originally they were doing clean energy, and they were going to be putting, things up on the roofs as, separate systems and everything like that. But now they're really getting heavily involved in crypto and the mining aspect. And so I really like that. Because obviously we're seeing crypto become pretty relevant. And a lot of people, when the market was struggling the way it was from a tech standpoint and really from an OTC standpoint, and a lot of the plays that, younger generation and some older, but mostly younger generation were invested in, and they just get tired of seeing it beat down every day and tired of losing money every day. So what they did is they basically took all their money and went over to the other side. So, we're starting to see some crypto plays, and really, you have some of the meme stocks, Dogecoin, Shibu Inu, which I did a video on, which, I was excited to do that video for a couple reasons. I was excited because, it was really exciting just to cover a very rapidly growing from a interest standpoint type meme stock, meme coin. But it was just nice to cover something super relevant again, if that makes sense. It's just extremely, extremely nice to be able to really cover something that is just hot and people are just extremely, extremely interested in. That's why I really like covering Humble. I like covering Humble because, I am deeply invested, but it's also fun to report when people are interested in it. So EJH halted 6 times after IPO in afternoon today, ran from 16 to 66. Holy smokes. NASCAR all out. I appreciate you coming in the live stream. It means a ton, my friend. It really does. Jose, a nice and sure way to trade is buying at the rumor and selling the news. This means buying the stock and selling after the news after stock cools off. Most definitely. That is definitely a trend that, when I first get in, they kind of tell you about it. And then in my case, it's not that I just ignored it, but it was more or less, I just felt naturally that I wanted to hold everything long term, and that's just not the case. Yes, you can be a long-term investor, but you also kind of have to have the mindset that, a portion of your shares, you need to be able to take profits. And one of the biggest key things that I have to remember is at least get your original investment back, and then everything else is house money. And, I kind of let that slip on some. Workhorse was definitely one of those. I had 1,200 shares, and that thing was trading at $45. I could have easily trimmed like 400 shares to 600 shares and then just let the rest ride, and it would have been house money after that. But, I was getting greedy, but I guess you could also say I was a long-term investor. And so, yeah, that's just the way it worked out for me. And, I ended up selling. I made a still a decent profit, but it was nowhere near where it should have been. And as you guys can see here, it's trading at $8.10. So, my original investment was in the high twos. And, obviously we're not quite there yet, but $8.10, that's not saying much for a company that was, all gung-ho on getting the USPS contract, and everyone was just excited for electric vehicles, and it just seems like SPACs, electric vehicles, have just completely disappeared. So just absolutely interesting. Let me ask you, Lucas, a humble question. What is a good or big up-and-coming humble catalyst? Well, honestly, Jose, there's a couple things. So, the next phase for rolling out the app is coming up. I do believe that they're going to be rolling out that second portion. Maybe they're even rolling out the third portion. And they're also going to be doing a little bit more PR, I believe. I think that they're going to start pushing a little bit more. A lot of people were posting today on social media that on Facebook they were getting ads for Humble. And so I think that's a big thing too, is just creating awareness. I think this last conference call was very much needed from a business standpoint. What's up, Michelle? I really think that this was a much needed business set down and explain to the investors exactly what's going on with the company. And I think that really was a big reason why this stock was driven down the way it was, because they were hyping everything up. They were pushing everything the way they should. Maybe the app was released just a little bit sooner than it should have been, just because of maybe some technical things that they needed to really work the kinks out. But I think it was good to understand the preferred B shares, understand the direction and guidance from CEO Brian Foote. And the reason I say that is because we didn't really know what the intent was. We understand that there is this many outstanding shares. We understand that there's this many preferred B shares. And they really broke it down for us. They gave us a pie chart. It was divided in three. We understand that George Sharp and his FORW have a decent amount of warrants which are tied to that. And so there really was a bunch of questions, a significant amount of questions regarding a lot of this. So I do think that there are some more catalysts that are coming as well from an acquisition standpoint. He's emphasized and talked about multiple times, a more of a traveling bus type acquisition. He says he's not necessarily familiar with some of that stuff, and so he would almost rather just acquire it. That way people who are familiar with the transportation type stuff, he would rather acquire that and let them handle it and just become Humble. And I just really I would like to see some of the audited information too. We're seeing some of the audited aspects being put into place, because they do want to show some of that, that they're working to get to where they need to be. So there really is kind of some minuscule, kind of relevant, I think super relevant, I guess you could say, catalysts that need to happen. But I think right now where we're at as a shareholders and really as a business is we have everything. The NFTs is another big thing that's about to drop here in May. I think it's going to be more towards the end of May, but the whole entire platform for the NFTs is supposed to be released. So really there's a ton, but I think a big thing that they understand that they need to focus on is, now that a lot of this has been exposed, they need to just start buckle down the hatches, get everything squared away, and just start going from point A to point B in a successful direction. And I think with that, naturally, the stock price starts to rise as well. I think you start to come out of the rut. I saw a tweet today and I retweeted it. It says basically we filled every gap down. We hit every gap down, and we've hit basically the bottom. We've hit the bottom. So it's just time to start going in the upward direction. And I do think you saw that rebound a little bit today. I don't want to say it was a short squeeze because I don't feel it was very short squeeze at 14, even 20%, but it kind of had that vibe because we were all the way down to 86 cents and we got all the way as high as $1.07 today. So, that was a decent bounce back. I would like to see us start trending. It doesn't have to be 14 to 20% every day, but I would like to see a steady climb from here on out. And I do understand that not every single day is going to be green. But with the way everything's been trending the last 2 months, it just seems like everything has just been blow after blow in the red direction. So it would be nice to just start seeing some steady climbs with some of these plays. Michelle, I've absolutely enjoyed your videos lately. I kind of want to clarify because I said don't have a heart attack because I think you said I'm about to have a heart attack in one of your live streams. I know you were very passionate. You were very kind of upset with the situation with the pipeline. And so, yeah, I was like, hey, I get you. Don't have a heart attack. We need more of these live streams. So I've absolutely enjoyed your live streams, Michelle. It's been absolutely awesome. I catch them when I can. So I go back and definitely watch it and see what you have to say. It's very, very interesting. So I'm glad we were able to meet through Nora. And glad I was able to subscribe to your channel. Absolutely awesome. Chang, what's going on, my friend? What is going on? Jose, to understand or criteria, when do you see Humble in a $5 level? Honestly, Jose, it's really hard to say. I originally would have said $5 probably anytime soon here, but with how the market trended and how everything just... it seemed like they laid out every positive catalyst that would have just shot this thing to at least a reasonable share price. I was predicting about $8 to $10 there. And, that's just the way it didn't work out. It really didn't work out that way. And it's just unfortunate that we're at the current situation we're at. I do envision $5 happening. I do envision this company being very successful in share price, and I know that's a big concern to people. But to really predict when it hits $5, it honestly could happen at any time. I would like to see personally $5 probably here by July, but I really wish I could tell you, but I don't know because so much positive news hasn't trended into anything positively. We hit 86 cents after they released the app. After they announced everything with Tickery, they go on to CNBC, even though it wasn't the best. No penny stocks really, OTCs, go on to CNBC. They were in Bloomberg. The list goes on and on. They did, I think I said the app release. The ETXs are just tremendously successful right now, and they're getting people on board with that. So there really is just so much that is going on with this company, and it's just hard to fathom that it's not anywhere close to the $5 mark. I'm not offended at all. Awesome, Michelle. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, no problem. I really do enjoy the videos. I enjoy the different aspects and the different viewpoints you bring. I like the change up of the attire for sure. I saw you rocking the Baltimore Orioles. Mr. Means, he pitches for the Baltimore Orioles. He's actually from Gardner, Edgerton, which is about 40 minutes from where I live. We faced them when I was coaching high school baseball and even playing some baseball. We faced Gardner, and so, yeah, I know about Mr. John Means. So, yeah, it was absolutely incredible that he threw that no-hitter. I'm expecting recent IPOs to rise on Monday after the EJH move. I'll be watching FLGC, DBGI. What are your thoughts on trading sympathy plays? I guess NASCAR All Out, it depends on your style of trading. If you're more of a day trader or a swing trader, then I think that that would probably be decent and really playing it off of what the news is really related to that aspect. But it also depends too, if you believe in that said sympathy play and you're a long-term investor, maybe really evaluate where the share price is at and what you envision that company doing here in the future. So really, I have played myself sympathy plays. I really have. When I first started trading, I was doing more of a swing trade. And I definitely can say that I played some sympathy plays, and I swing traded and made a decent profit, and that's what helped build my portfolio in some aspects. So yeah, most definitely, and I think it really just depends on your style of trading is the biggest thing. I'm not the biggest fan of NASCAR. I'll admit I'm not the biggest fan of IPOs, and the reason is because it always just tends to feel like the ones that are extremely hyped up. As a normal investor, by the time I get the chance to invest into that play, it's either twofold or three times, or and then you really have to wait and determine if it's going to go up more or if it's going to come down. I mean, a perfect example. So I created a watch list on Webull, and one of the ones that I'm going to start really, the ones that I'm really going to start playing anytime I have the opportunity to buy are going to be these three right here. So Airbnb, Tesla, and Coinbase. I would refer, I would say some of these I would say Airbnb potentially could be considered a sympathy play. Tesla in a way is kind of getting to that point just because of its trading price right now. Obviously it got down, previous close was 571, its low was 570. I think those are good entries if you're looking to get in. But Coinbase is a perfect, well, let's say we'll just use Airbnb for example. Its 52-week high is $219. It's trading at 141, and its low previous close was 135. We're nowhere near that 52-week high. This is something I'm very interested in because I do feel as the economy starts to really ramp up, people just start going on vacation again. I expect Airbnb to start really producing amazing quarterly earnings. Coinbase, for example, on IPO date, it got as high as $429.54. Since that point, it's settled in around the 200s. 258 looks like its high was 280. So really, you're seeing a $30 to $40 swing, and we're well off from where that 52-week high is. So this is one that I would consider a sympathy play as well, because Coinbase, for example, three times the amount of money, and you got to think about how many people left the stock market to get over to Coinbase to play crypto. So I don't feel that this quarterly earnings really truly reflected that. I would like to see this next quarterly earnings to see how many people shifted from stocks, took their money out, and went over to crypto using the Coinbase app. So that'll be extremely exciting, and I would like to see that. But again, as everything has been going, you put out some amazingly quarterly earnings, you put out some good numbers, excuse me, the stock tends to go down. So it'll be very interesting. It really will. Chang, last week I bought 150 shares at $1.46, and this week down, so I bought 130 shares at 87. That's awesome, Chang. I know you're talking about Humble just because I know exactly the share price you're talking about. Do I do options? I do not, Michelle. I have not got that far into my trading. It's not that I wouldn't say that I would ever not do it. It's just that's something I don't do at the moment. I think if I had a lot more time to really study, I guess certain plays, I would definitely do options. But for right now, I just like to invest in the company, and usually I present in my videos those companies on the ones that I'm just absolutely interested in, and that's why that's kind of my investment style. So I don't do options, but I would do options. What's going on, Nora? Appreciate you coming in. One of the true OGs is in the house. What is going on, Nora? Yeah, Humble. Yeah, for sure. Well, my Kansas City Royals won today to snap the 11 or 12 game losing streak. But it appears we are back on the opposite end of winning right now. We're losing 3-1, and it's the 7th inning. So we'll see how that plays out. There's one out with a runner on first. So, it'd be huge. It'd be huge if we could beat these Chicago White Sox. So do you do more penny stocks? Honestly, Michelle, I would say there for a long time. I was very very much involved with I was very much involved with the Dow 30, like your Walmart, your Home Depot. So basically, I put a lot of them here. So ConocoPhillips is one, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Boeing, Chevron, the Dow, Exxon, Intel, Microsoft, American Express, FedEx, Travelers, Nike, JP Morgan, Visa. So a lot of these, Walmart, Caterpillar, McDonald's, Cisco, 3M, Coca-Cola, IBM, United, Procter & Gamble, all those, a lot of those, I mean, nearly every single one of those pays a dividend. That's what I was invested in for a very, very long time. I would say majority of my portfolio existence, that's what I was invested in. I really shifted gears this last year, and I started to invest into penny stocks. I can honestly say I built a decent foundation with those, and it really skyrocketed me to places I have never been in my portfolio. But I have since then returned to about I'm down about 120,000 because of what's going on currently with this market. But a lot of these plays I do believe in. So like Ag Eagle, for example, even when I was invested into all these Dow 30 stocks, I was still very heavily involved in Ag Eagle. I was very involved with Workhorse, and Workhorse just, I didn't play it right, and it just backfired on me, and a lot of people it did. But like Alpine 4 Technologies, Alpine 4 Holdings is what it's actually called. Once they get going to the NASDAQ, I do believe that this company is going to be something special. So is this company considered still truly a penny stock OTC? Yes, technically, but it's going to be changing here relatively soon to the NASDAQ. Same with Dragonfly. So a lot of these plays, I got in because they are penny stocks, but they're in the process of making that leap to the major exchange. So I do think, though, once a lot of these start to develop, my plan is to go back to the actual Dow 30 investing style. What size were you trading the penny stocks? So it really depends on which one. So, like for example, Labor Smart, as you're seeing right here, I have 200,000 shares. Some of these other ones like Alpine 4 Tech, it's trading at 357. So I have 2,100 shares, I believe. Ag Eagle, but it's trading on the American, so that's technically the New York Stock Exchange, I believe. So that's not a penny stock. Humble, for example, I have 12,000 shares. So a decent amount of shares in some of these plays. So that's kind of, and then as the price swings massively, you're getting a major influx in your stuff. So what's going on, Randy? What is going on? Another OG swinging into the live stream. What is going on, my friend? What is going on? Randy, have you been able to subscribe to my new channel? I know you and I have talked some sports lately. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's absolutely I enjoy covering and doing everything stocks. I've built the channel organically and just built this community with you guys. We've got to know each other extremely well, I feel like. We talk, a lot of us talk on the side as well, but I am having an absolute blast. Number one, starting over with the channel and having that grind of the sports one. Yes, sir. I appreciate it, Randy. I really, really do. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. The grind to start over has been just kind of like rejuvenating. And it's just absolutely on another level because I'm just so passionate about sports, especially Kansas City sports. And I honestly am just beyond just pumped for this new channel. Like, it's just so fun to just be able to cover everything Kansas City. Like right now to my left, like I just told you guys, like the Royals are playing, and it's something that, I'll be able to cover. Well, we lost. It's something I'll be able to cover because we're calling up some minor leaguers that are top tier. And, like the Kansas City Chiefs and a lot of the NFL are starting rookie training camp. And we're doing a lot of things with sports. So I'm just super, super excited to do this next channel. I really am. It seems that you grew your account with penny stocks. Is that true? I would say, Michelle, honestly, I would say somewhat yes, but mostly no. I would say I grew the original foundation with not penny stocks, but the elaborate jumps and the elaborate money that I was able to see came from the penny stocks. But I have to be real, the tremendous fall came because of the penny stocks. So yes, anytime someone says they're extremely risky, it's 100% the truth, and it's at your own risk. Like, do your due diligence. Like, when you put that at the end of a video, you mean it with every intention, because make sure you're doing your due diligence and you're just not jumping into things, because OTC swing tremendously, and it's not even necessarily news based, it seems like these days. Yeah, do you play Beat the Streak on MLB? My best streak is 4 this year. That's awesome, NASCAR. No, I actually am in two very deep fantasy baseball leagues through Fantrax. I have to, have minor leaguers, I have major leaguers and their salary, and I basically am a GM and know how to do all kinds of contracts and things like that. So I'm very, very heavily involved in fantasy baseball. So I do some DraftKings, but yeah, for the most part, I usually do fantasy baseball. So Kansas City Chiefs, yes, Michelle, the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, I have a second channel, Michelle. It's called The Beat of KC. If you are interested in just seeing, me talk about Kansas City sports, as of right now, I have been just solely focusing on the Chiefs because a lot is happening. And in Kansas City right now, the Chiefs are a hot topic, going back-to-back Super Bowls and the draft just happening. There's a lot going on and a lot of speculation going on. So the Chiefs are going to be hit heavy right now. I will start doing some Royals stuff as well, because the Royals were off to a absolute on fire streak, and then since then it's like we've got too many Salvi buckets dumped on us and we are ice cold. So I've seen everyone in the Central go past us. It's almost been a month since we got our last win until today, so it's really been a rough but yeah, super excited for this channel. I really am. Nice to catch up with you guys. Who's in AMC? I am not. I'm unfortunately am not. Just something I have not played. Oops, nope, just did, my bad. No worries. What's going on, Sam? What is going on? Happy Friday. Been driving, so haven't been able to stop in and say hi. Traffic light now. What's going on, Sam? Appreciate you coming in the live stream. Guys, it feels great. It feels great to be back live streaming on Friday. It really does. Last week I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was on my deathbed. I was feeling terrible. I had a severe sinus infection. My allergies, as I've gotten older, 32 is extremely old. It's really not. But, as I've gotten older, my allergies, when it hits hard. And, I could barely talk. My head felt like it was 10 pounds. And my teeth started hurting, which I've never had happen just because of so much pressure, in my head. So I had to call it. I spent the whole weekend on the couch. It just was absolutely terrible. So, yeah, it's been brutal. But I would say for the most part, I've recovered. I still have some congestion. I don't know if you guys can kind of tell, but it does sound like I'm still kind of nasally. But I'm getting there. We're about to get 10 days of straight rain, so I'm sure that'll only help out with the allergies and everything. So let's see. Get caught back up in the chat. Randy, what's up, bro? Hope you all have a great week. What a crazy week in the market. It looks like this might be the beginning of some greener days. I mean, how much lower can we go? Yeah, It feels like that, and then we tend to go down a little bit more, Randy. I'm usually an optimist, but I'm gonna not hold my breath. I'm gonna wait till we start to see a little bit more. I'm usually very bullish, and I keep a very bullish mentality. But man, it's just been brutal as of late. Was I happy with the draft choices? Yes, very happy with the draft choices. We obviously traded our first round pick to get Orlando Brown from the Baltimore Ravens. We really needed a starting left tackle. Eric Fisher, going over to the Indianapolis Colts, signing a 1-year deal for about $8 million. He's coming off a torn Achilles, but Eric Fisher was a staple for our offensive line. Was he the greatest? No, but we knew what we had in Eric Fisher, and he was, a Pro Bowl left tackle. So, will he be missed as a fan from a fan standpoint? Yes. But Orlando Brown is 24 years old, and I envision that he's going to be an absolute tank for our left tackle position. Somebody's got to protect Mahomes' blind side. But yes, I was extremely, extremely happy with the draft picks. I've covered 4 of them, I believe. I have a couple more to go on the new channel. But yes, very, very satisfied with the draft choices. What's going on, JJ? Hey, Lucas, what's your bearish sentiment on UAVS? Since UAVS broke its support level of $5, do you feel UAVS could go to $2.50? What's your take on that? I do not feel that it will go that low. I really don't. I think that the conference call on Monday may be talking about, unveiling and really letting the COO talk coming over from Measure. I do feel that what he is a part of, because he is a part of the FAA, in some aspects, I do believe he sits on the board for some things. I got to dive in a little bit more of Measure's CEO or COO, and that would be definitely be an interest for an interview coming up here in the summertime, if at all possible. I can make that happen. I would love to interview him. But no, I'm still very bullish on UAVS. Guys, I don't feel that anything with the business has changed. I think that they are absolutely just doing a lot of very positive things. It's just an extremely unfortunate circumstance when you can't just unravel information and you can't just unravel things left and right like an ALPP or like some of these others. The reason why you're not hearing anything from Dragonfly is because they're in the process of an uplist to the NASDAQ. So they're on silent mode, basically. That's why you're not really hearing too much from Cameron Shell. Cameron Shell was loading information. Again, we understand UAVS has that absolutely massive non-disclosure agreement. So with that, anything outside that really could conflict with that non-disclosure agreement cannot be released. So really, it's just a tough situation. So I do understand what you're saying. From an analytical chart perspective, they did break the support level of 5. So do I feel it could go to 250? I don't believe so. But I have been proven wrong on a lot of things that have currently been happening. It'll definitely be interesting. I think their next quarterly earnings is going to be very good because, you're going to be talking about adding one of their companies they just acquired. Their revenue will be involved in this next quarterly earnings. So I'm trying to think, it's been a hot minute. So they've acquired Measure, MicahSense. So MicahSense will have their revenue on this next quarterly earnings, plus whatever Ag Eagle has done in that time span. So I do envision that they will have, a decent amount of revenue. I do think that they will have done some very amazing things. So I really do not feel that, it's going to go down to 250. I think where we're at right now is a good holding point. $4.50 to $5 is where I envision it staying for just a little bit. I'm going to need to start an OnlyFans to make up for my losses. Yeah, I think we all are. It's just incredible. Hey, if TWNF goes nuts, I'm one happy camper. That's awesome. That was a good deal, though. Yeah, for sure. I agree, Michelle. I really do believe that, for what we gave up, and we got another second-round pick, which ideally, so many good players go in the second round. I was extremely happy. Plus, I do believe with that pick we were able to get Nick Bolton. So, get a linebacker that was much needed. And then we took Creed Humphrey, the center from Oklahoma, with our actual pick. So super pumped about the draft picks for sure. Jose, I'm averaging down on Humble is good. If have Humble stock, what do you think is a good Humble rock bottom price? I do feel we hit rock bottom. Jose. And the reason I say that is because we filled every gap going down. So I do think the bottom that you've seen is about 86 cents. And I would say that's probably going to be the bottom if we were to ever go back here in the near future. But I think we're going to start trending in the upward direction from here. I do think we, dotted everything that we needed to on the way down. We hit every mark that was probably negative that we could. I do envision this start to trend in the upward direction. So I do think we've hit a bottom. And I'll kind of show. So if you pull out the, let's see, do I have RSI on? No, click the wrong thing. Okay, so we'll go to 3 months. So this is the 3 month, and as you can see, you're looking at the high when we hit 664. That was back on March 1st. Since then, it's just been a downtrend all the way back down to where we're at now. So as you can see, this blue line right here, Jose, is the RSI line. So when you get to the very bottom, that's when it's completely oversold. And as you can see, we did go below the minimum of what they consider oversold, and we went pretty low below the oversold area. And this is for an extended amount of time. Like this is, you're looking at a 3 month time span. So so March, April, and May, where we're at right now. And if we're at that low on the oversold, I do envision it to start coming back a little bit. So I would expect it to at least start to trend back towards the middle of the RSI. And then that doesn't necessarily mean that this is just going to skyrocket. What that basically means is that we're going to start to at least trend back in an upward direction from a share price perspective. I don't think $2 would be out of the realm anytime soon, as long as we keep trending and people become interested. And so that's where I kind of envision it going. But yeah, for this RSI to be where it's at, it's absolutely incredible. Because as you can see, when we hit 664, obviously that was involved with a reverse split, but you can see how far above we were on the overbought side of the RSI. So that's something to think about too. Holy smokes, what is going on, everybody? Appreciate everybody coming in here, popping in the live stream. What is going on, Rasta Stocks? What is going on? Let's see what everybody else is saying. Intel and ENZC finally starting to come back. Yes, agree. Laugh on Nora, what's up? I saw that, but was not sure what it meant. If it does, load the boat. Sorry, guys, but my Niner defense is going to ruin everyone. I know they're getting better, Randy. They are getting a lot better. Very interesting. Good going and getting the North Dakota State kid. It'll be very interesting to see how Trey Lance comes out and what happens to Jimmy G. But yeah, for sure. Whoa. Randy, you probably have one of the toughest conferences to compete in. Most definitely they do. That conference is going to be outrageous this year. Them big fighting words. I own a lot of stocks of corn. That's awesome, Silly Goose Network. I appreciate you coming in, my friend. I really do. It means a lot. Glad you're in the live stream. JJ, thanks for your insight. I'd agree. I've been hesitant on buying some put options because I don't see it going lower than 5 to 4. Share once bearish news comes out, volume will increase. JJ, another thing to remember too is we did just go through that lawsuit. And I haven't heard a result from that. And I do think that finally was resolved. So that was another thing that was kind of being played into this just going down in the downward direction. So I think we're a little bit past, I think a lot of the negative aspects for this company. Welcome, my friend, Rasta Stocks. I appreciate you coming in. I really do. It means a ton. I've actually seen some of your videos because of Nora. I do think it was a live stream that she recommended. And I did swing on over there and checked it out. I really, I'm excited to see and continue to pop it in. Nora is constantly recommended YouTubers, and it's just absolutely amazing to see such growth within the community. So I'll definitely be swinging in more, my friend. I really will be. Kidding, by the way. I know what that really means. Randy, I'm not a Packers fan. Panthers, but they will probably suck. Michelle, I'm actually very excited about the Panthers. I'm glad that they got Sam Darnold. I really like their receiving core. I'm a huge C-Mac fan. They go out and they got DJ Moore. They did lose Curtis Samuel to the Washington football team, but that defense is getting better. They have the defensive rookie of the year in Jeremy Chin. Nope. Yeah, did he win it last year? I think he won it last year. Jeremy Chin is a monster. So you guys do have a very up-and-coming, football team. But you got to remember, Drew Brees is no longer in the league. So Jameis, I throw to the team about half the time. Winston is the quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. You just got the monster down there in Tampa Bay. So, I'm kind of interested to see the Panthers this year. I'm actually... I am genuinely a football fan, but a very diehard Chiefs fan. But when the Chiefs aren't playing, I'm very involved with fantasy football as well. So that's kind of what allows me to really understand what's going on in the NFL. So super, super excited about the football season coming up. GS Tech, what is going on, my friend? Everyone's starting to pop out. Holy smokes, it's good to see everybody. Rasta stocks, no worries. NASCAR adding to IPO talk. I focus on many IPOs with under 25 million offerings since December. W&W. Oh, okay, I got you. Now that makes more sense. Okay, I got you. Lucas, you are too kind to Randy. I get it. I still have to burn him a little bit because of that whooping we gave him in the second half of the Super Bowl. We were just making sure we could build up their egos, get them hyped up. Get them all celebrating in the end zone like they were, and then we bring out Patrick Mahomes and let him just dominate. So, he's still probably feeling the burns from the Super Bowl, so that's why I try to be a little bit nice. Now if there's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan in here, they can give me the heat because obviously our offensive line was like a bucket that just had 900 holes in it, and the water was leaking everywhere. So... Happy Friday, Lucas. What's going on, Hooked On? I appreciate you coming in, my friend. Hey, I was actually going to tell you, I've been watching some of your videos. Absolutely amazing, my friend. Absolutely amazing. I absolutely enjoy it. Definitely going to start getting some comments from me. It's been hard. It's been a challenge as of late because I'm working 2 shifts, I guess you could say. I got my stock channel and I got my sports channel. After I get off here, I'm going to absolutely just jump into some football coverage from my other channel. But yeah, I've been checking out some YouTube videos from everybody. Nora's grinding. Rasta Stocks has been killing. I honestly have been watching him. I've been popping in, to TC's live stream with Burn It Market Trading. I don't know if you guys saw our collaboration. TC is a phenomenal YouTuber. Absolutely enjoy it, guys. I'm really trying to spread the wealth. It's absolutely been a ton of fun, for sure. So super excited to get out and about amongst the YouTube community for sure. I bought the dip at 86 on Humble. What's the word on the street? Are you still bullish, bro? Most definitely. I'm not going anywhere on Humble. Humble is here to stay in the portfolio, and I actually added 2,000 more shares at 89 cents. I just think it's naturally how it's been shorted for sure, and I just think that this is a result of just the market going down. I would say that this was hyped up extremely. It's still very hyped up on Twitter and stock twits and things like that. And I think a lot of people left this stock to go to crypto and to other avenues, other stocks that are trending, I guess you could say. So I think we're at a bottom. I think 86 cents was the bottom, and I do envision us start to come back and really start to create an upward trend from here. So super bullish on Humble. Most definitely not going anywhere. And I'm actually going to plan on attending the festival in Tennessee in the very end of September. So hopefully I can see some of you guys there. If you guys are to attend that event, it'll be cool to meet up with some of you guys, have some drinks, and just hang out and just meet each other in person. So that'd be absolutely amazing. I take credit for Michelle too. Yes, you do, Nora. You brought Michelle in, and I'm glad you did. Absolutely enjoy her channel. Okay, not gonna lie, our division is freaking scary. I've been buying the dip. I'm telling you, do not sleep on them Arizona Cardinals. Do not sleep on them Cardinals. But then you got Stafford going to the Rams. That could be lethal as well. My biggest question mark for the Rams is going to be their defense. I've been buying the dip. I'm up 1,800 shares of EH. That's awesome, Hooked On. I know you've been going to town on that. I was hoping Panthers would have gotten Deshaun before the problems. Yes, no Breeze, just Brady. Honestly, though, it'll be interesting to see what happens with that whole situation. And then what's going to happen with Rodgers up there in Green Bay. Was he going to go to Denver and just create just some epic, quarterbacking in the AFC West? It'll be very interesting to see. So stoked going Chargers versus Steelers and Giants versus Chargers. That's freaking awesome, Randy. That is absolutely awesome. You're going to SoFi? Going to that new stadium, that'll be incredible. Lucas, why you gotta bring up old stuff? I gotta give you a little bit of a roast there, Randy. Gotta give you a little bit. Like our portfolios, yeah, for sure, Nora, for sure. Jose, what's up, NASCAR? One question: where can I see or look out for mini IPOs? Thank you. That's a good question, NASCAR. I think you answered it down below. Thanks, I appreciate it. I'm working on some new content. That's awesome. Yeah, definitely looking forward to it for sure. I'm down for the coffee chat for you morning peeps. Nora, I've been popping in too. I like it. I like what you're doing. It's a ton of fun. I told you, that's usually when I'm driving to work, fighting the traffic, but you're usually playing in the surround sound in the truck. So can't always answer or chat, but I'm definitely listening to what you got, and it's been an awesome thing for sure. Humble closed at 99 cents, I believe. Maybe it was $1. Yeah, it looks like 99 cents. So had a pretty decent comeback today. It was as low as 86 all the way up to 99. Its high was $1.07. So not too bad right there for sure. You can go to NASDAQ IPO calendar and search upcoming IPOs by amount, or there is a calendar listed on Webull. Dude, so down for a Drone King Fantasy Football League. That would be pretty sick, Randy. Not going to lie. We might have to get that set up. That sounds doable, actually. I would have to agree. What's going on, Duckster? I appreciate you coming in, my friend. Appreciate you coming in. Jose, that is a proper plan, Lucas. Can take you up on it. Yeah, that would be awesome. That'd be awesome for sure. What's going on, Duckster? I bet you are not hoping Rodgers goes to Denver. I am not hoping Michelle. But, I think that would create such a good rejuvenation to that rivalry, because Denver has always been like that go-to rivalry for us. I wouldn't say the Chargers. Rivers obviously created a great, towards the end of his career, he was a very good, I would say, rivalry. My generation, everyone hates the Raiders. But I would still say, like, right around my time, I would say Denver was always like our biggest, John Elway and Terrell Davis and Ed McCaffrey and all them. So that's kind of what I'm used to, and them being our rival. I bet you're not hoping. Yeah. Hey, Duckster. Got some Alphabet A and Tesla this week. That's awesome, Duckster. Good to hear, my friend. Yeah, let's go Cardinals. Yep. My sister-in-law and my brother-in-law live in Surprise, Arizona. That's where we went for that trip, and they live maybe 10 minutes from the stadium. So, part of me roots for the Cardinals. But, from a football perspective, that division is going to be lethal for sure. Discord link. Yeah, let's get that in here. Did you know? I did know. Invite people. If you guys are interested in joining the Discord link is going to be right here. That only lasts for 24 hours because I've yet to figure out how to make it last longer than 24 hours. So there is the free Discord. It is a ton of fun. We talk about a ton of stuff. A lot of people pop in some good information. Sam, Nora, everybody has been just filling that thing up with a ton of great information. And so it truly is. A lot of people just hang out in the general stock section, which is mostly what I was hoping for, just so we can all talk and hang out. And that's pretty cool. We need at least playoffs. Was so close last year. Yeah, you were, Sam. So hopefully that happens. Plus, you guys got J.J. Watt. And you got one of the local kids from Kansas City and Isaiah Simmons. So, easily just rootable right there. I'm home now, Duckster. Work is boring. Yes. How are you enjoying making the Beat of KC videos, Lucas? I'm absolutely loving it, Duckster. Honestly, with the way the market's been going, and really, I'll be honest with you guys, not a lot of people are very interested in stock videos right now. I mean, they're just not. And you could pour your heart and soul into a video and nobody is interested because stocks, up and coming stocks, or even speculative stocks, they're just not good plays right now. So people are not excited to watch those videos. So being able to just switch gears and go to the sports aspect, which I just love so much, and really just Kansas City in general, because most people don't understand there's Kansas City, Kansas, and there's Kansas City, Missouri, and I'm involved with both. So I'm going to be able to bring you guys both perspectives. I do live on the Kansas side, but I work and do a lot of my stuff, and the Chiefs and the Royals are on the Missouri side. So, and then you have your barbecue battles between the Kansas City, Kansas side and the Kansas City, Missouri side. So really there's a lot that can be put on this video, and that's the intent is, I'm covering sports. I've been covering the Chiefs as of right now. I'm literally 4 videos in a live stream. Guys, this channel that I'm doing as a second channel, I actually envision it becoming much bigger than my stock channel, and the reason is just because everything that it's going to cover and entail is just going to be absolutely a ton of fun. So I'm definitely going to pour my heart and soul into it because it does represent the city that I grew up in, and the sports teams that I've grew up ever since I was a little kid. So you guys are going to get everything, every video for sure. I can't believe our cat is so low today. I'm up 450 anytime I could buy 385 today is a rare event. Yes, it was for sure. Plus, they did get that NASDAQ uplist for sure. I want to see Lucas throw down some KC barbecue. That's definitely going to start coming. I was thinking honestly about posting some of the time that I cook barbecue and smoke barbecue, and just posting it myself and just letting you guys see how I do some things. And then I just have a lot of plans for this channel. Right now, I'm just getting in the groove of things. I mean, you got to remember, on my stock channel, guys, I have over 350 videos posted. So just wait until this sports channel has 350 videos. I mean, imagine everything that's going to go into that and what it's going to entail. It's going to be absolutely just a blast. Like, it's going to almost somewhat be a blog as well, or a vlog, however, it'd be a vlog, a video log or whatever. But, I mean, it's just, I'm going to cover KC sports, KC barbecue. And I mean, a part of it's going to be like my life. So you guys will be a part of that as well. So if I do recommend you guys, even if you want to be interested in that, just swing on over. It's the Beat of KC, and just subscribe to the channel for sure. You'll see it. It's got my face on it, and so you guys will recognize it right away. Lucas, you should compete against Texas barbecue. Oh, we're hands down already better than Texas barbecue. There's no competition. Second for them always. If you ain't first, you're last, like Ricky Bobby said. Or his kid said. One of them said, if you ain't first, you're last. Lucas, Safe Moon, Elon Gate, thoughts, bro. I dropped some money in there. Is it worth the risk? Honestly, I would say it is. I think Safe Moon, a lot of people, if you throw in $100 and you get, I can't remember how many shares I'm just used to saying that. However many tokens you get, I think it's worth it, because you got to remember, just anything can spike these meme stocks, but Safe Moon is doing a lot. Safe Moon is doing more, and I think that you're going to see eventually it become, a relevant situation. I mean, look at Doge. Doge is obviously turning into some form of currency. Like, someone bought an entire series for the Oakland Athletics by paying 50 Doge. And they were able to go to a whole series. Like, Mark Cuban is potentially using Doge to pay for games and things like that. I mean, we see what Elon's doing with Doge. So it could be anybody doing Safe Moon. I mean, who knows? Maybe at some point Elon shifts gears and starts taking on Safe Moon as well with his, SpaceX stuff. I mean, there's just so much stuff that could happen. So, I like Safe Moon. I am not invested because you have to go through so many hoops to get to it. Pancake swap and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, man, I just send it to Coinbase, which I hear that there's a chance it could at some point come to Coinbase, and if it does, you will definitely see me throwing some money at it. But for right now, I am not invested, but I really wish I was. I just don't want to go through the hoops to get Pancake Swap or whatever else I have to do to get to it. Plus, I hear some fees can be a little bit costly on some stuff. So yeah, everyone hates the Raiders unless they're Raiders fans. That's awesome. That's awesome. Where did it go? Here's your chance, Michelle and friends. Okay, this damn Safe Moon is giving me FOMO and I don't like it. Honestly, if I see one more AMC video notification, I'm gonna go blind. Yeah, it's crazy. Still rolling for Trace Trades, and that's, he's built his entire platform on that now, and he's just going all out for AMC. Rightfully so, man. That's awesome. Perfect timing, Lucas, for the sports channel. I think it is, and I did it just because I felt like I was ready to switch gears myself. I do like covering crypto, but I don't want to just keep chasing. Like, the reason I developed the Drone King name is because I did cover drones, and that's still something I want to cover. And I still intend and have, interviews lined up and everything. So I'm not straying away from that, but I'm not going to keep chasing either. Like, I don't want to just, I attempted to do the Shibu Inu, and I think that was a ton of fun. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, it was nice to cover something that, I cover Humble a lot because I'm very interested in it, but it's also something that people, like the community around Humble is like no other. Like, I've never seen such a tremendously positive group of people that are just so excited to be a part of something that it's beyond exciting. And it's very, very similar with Shibu Inu, and that's what was absolutely a ton of fun. I put the video out, and it was like the just welcoming of, hey, thanks for doing this video and all that type of thing was just absolutely insane. So super excited about that. But I'm not going to chase down every meme coin or meme stock or whatever it is and try to cover it. Like, I'm gonna do what I've been doing, and if it doesn't get views, then it doesn't get views or whatever. If I see another Doge notification, I'm gonna go insane. That's awesome. I feel you, Randy. It's beaten to death. Third channel, laugh out loud. Yeah, I don't think I could keep up. No great sports team to root for in Detroit right now. Well, I mean, you guys did just sweep the Royals. I mean, that did just happen. And then, yeah, you guys got the Lions, unfortunately. But, I mean, if Rodgers leaves that division, it might be open. The Vikings didn't become the favorite, I think. But, I mean, it comes open. You don't know what Goff's going to bring. I mean, you guys did just go draft Penny Sewell from Oregon for your left tackle position. And, unfortunately, he did come down with the pandemic, but he might be all right, and then Goff might. Who knows? It might be. The only issue is the receiver position. Kenny Golladay goes to the Giants, and it'll just be interesting to see how the receiver core is lined up for old Jared Goff. Arcat uplisted. I thought that was coming later this year. Yeah, it's if you look right here, if you go all the way to the far right, it says NASDAQ. So they did uplist. Nora, I'm in the Discord. Oh, what happened? Yay, it's fun. You'll like it. Presented my Neuralink research project this week. That's awesome, Duxter. That's absolutely awesome. I love that subject, Duxter. Plus, it sounds like my name. What's up, Duxter? Good to see you drop in. I think across length of time, Doge will go up even higher. But what do I know? All spec. My apologies if you already covered it. UAVS, what are your thoughts? Scooby-Doo, what's going on, my friend? Appreciate you coming in. We've been selling off a lot lately, but I've been buying 9,000 shares. That's incredible, my friend. I have covered it, but I'll definitely touch on it again. We have the call on Monday. I would envision that there's not going to be any major announcements just because of the massive non-disclosure agreement. But I do think you're going to see an unscripted COO, and I do like that. I think Measure COO coming over, and he's CEO, and he's going to be the COO of Ag Eagle. He obviously is tied in with the FAA. I think he sits on the board. And it really just a great listen. If you have any chance, just go type his name in. I know his last name is Declet. Go listen to him talk, and he really is just an awesome listen to. I really hope I can schedule an interview with him in the summertime. It would be just tremendous just to talk to him and just pick his brain about just drones in general, not even necessarily about the company at all. It would just be really cool. So, but yeah, super bullish still. I think it's just the way the market is trending, unfortunately. I do feel that that's just the way a lot of this stuff is going, and it's been unfortunate as of late. But still very bullish, still very excited for this company by no means. Trey was the original for the most part. I like him too, but Lou is a nut and he makes me laugh. That's awesome, Nora. That is awesome. Scooby-Doo, wow, 9,000 shares. That's just amazing. You will be rewarded soon. Yeah, I think so too. I'm still sitting on 4,000. So yeah, I'm super pumped to see what happens. Maybe buy some Doge and just see what happens. Maybe 50 years, it'll be 40K. I hope so. I look forward to buying more if it goes on sale below 4, if it sells off more. Honestly, I'm not sure. I think $4 could be the minimum. I really do feel like $4 probably is going to be, if it does get to that point, it would be the minimum for sure. But I think we're kind of seeing some lows on a lot of this stuff. Let's actually check out Ag Eagle. Lions' new coach is awesome. Yeah, he's about to eat some kneecaps. I agree, Lucas can chase altcoins for an eternity. Yeah, for sure. I mean, you really could. Drop a like, guys. Yeah, I appreciate that, Nora. Smash that like button. How in the world did Tim Tebow sign? Poor Dez. Yeah, I think Tim Tebow, obviously, I think it's one thing if he was signed as a quarterback, but he's going to try out for a tight end position, and there's nothing that says he's going to make the team. So I think that was just completely blown out of proportion. Holy smokes, Scooby-Doo, coming in with the $5 and then dropping a second round. Man, holy smokes, I appreciate it, my friend, so much. Thank you. I will definitely use that $10 when I go to Tennessee and I hit some bar up as we're, talking to, the round table of humble investors. That is definitely going to happen. I'm super excited. I'm hoping to make this happen. Me and TC from Home Burner Market Trading have been kind of scheming and plotting and planning some things about doing some YouTube stuff when we hit up Tennessee and really, meeting all kinds of humble investors, people from Twitter, people from YouTube. So hopefully I see some of you guys there. We can crack some cold ones. We can kick it back and just talk about life and hang out and listen to some music and do some cool stuff. So again, Scooby-Doo, man, I appreciate it so much. Thank you. I'm too heavy in UAVS. It's for me, it was definitely a heavyweighted thing in mine, and it's something I'm going to evaluate. I talked about potentially shaving about 1,000 shares if it returns back, just to at least take my original investment and let the rest roll. And I have determined that if it does get back to the $12 to $13 range, if I were to trim 1,000, I would get my original investment back. So I think I will make that happen, and then let the 3,000 ride. Is going to be my plan. That is going to be my plan. Scooby-Doo with the 5. Man, it means a ton. Drones are still a 2024 play, 25 play anyway. Yeah, they are. Lucas, you can't get Doge. Yeah, I got Doge. I ended up getting Bittrex, so I am in Doge. I've actually pulled off probably the craziest thing I've ever done, and I sold at the high. And I sold it just because I'm like, hey, I'm going to sell 75%. So I sold 75% when it hit the 70-cent mark. And then I bought back in when it got back down to about 48. I believe it was. So yeah, just recycling the thing. I need another 200 shares of UAVS to top off 2,000. You'll get there, my friend. You'll get there. We're getting close. Mitch, what's going on, my friend? What is going on? Thank you for coming in the live stream. I want to get some more UAVS at these prices. Yeah, I know a ton of people do, and I think you're going to start to see it too. I heard something about, I think some major ETF or something added a ton of shares of UAVS too. So that might have been a little bit of the push today. ABTPR, what do you think on Doge? I bought 136 shares at 67. I think 67 will be interesting to see when it gets back to the 67. But I think 136 is definitely not a bad situation. My original investment was like 125, and I rode it to 70, sold, and then got back in with more. So yeah, I think that this is going to be an ongoing thing, and I think it's becoming more relevant because people are going to start to be able to purchase things with Doge, and so I think it becomes more relevant. So I do envision it actually hitting. My TV is going ballistic. I do envision it hitting $1 at some point. It's just the question is when. I'm heavy in UAVS, but these prices are so juicy. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, they really are, and the way the market has been going, there's no sign that says that we've accomplished any form of reversal, just because who knows what's going to happen. So we may see $3. We may see this thing start to make a run back to $6. I mean, it's just going to be very interesting. I mean, I don't know what Monday holds, but it may go down just because it's some form of news, and that just seems like how things have been going. Me too. I put 1,500, and all Webull did was pay my margin balance to the lowest I've ever had. Wow. Jared, what's going on, my friend? Dude, I was regretting not selling some Tesla for Humble, and finally got my chance on Thursday. I doubled both FROW and Humble shares at low points. Sadly missed out on UVS. Jared, that's freaking awesome, my friend. That's awesome to hear. Absolutely awesome. That's how you take advantage of some of this stuff. You see the positives in some things, and you really capitalize. That's awesome to hear, my friend. Appreciate you coming into the stream. Good stuff, ABTR. Just hold and see what happens. I'd have to agree. I put 300 in Ethereum. Yeah, that's a great play. I really do like Ethereum as well. Hey, Lucas, you don't have Doge. Yes, I do. Doge to the moon. I might be old on the train. I was laughing today. I was sitting there thinking, because as you scrolling through Twitter, or if you scroll through StockTwitch, whichever one you use the most, and you come across all these rockets into the moons, like think about how many craters and how many people are sitting on the moon right now, and how many stocks and how many cryptos. Like, the moon is becoming a very populated place. They need to start saying like to Saturn, or they need to start saying like something just outrageous, because then that becomes more realistic now. Like to Mars, like let's go to Mars. You know what I'm saying? Like the moon has just been crater filled with people, stocks, crypto, because everyone's like, to the moon. Tesla was sadly down too, but Humble was way down, way more. Yeah, that's something that I covered a little bit of, was Tesla, just its current situation. But yeah, Humble, I do feel Humble hit its low. I don't feel that it's going to go any lower, but I'm probably wrong. But, honestly, I do feel that I do feel like I saw a tweet today, it covered every gap down that it needed to, and 86, 85 cents was probably where its bottom to the bottom is. So I do expect this to start coming back in the upward direction, just because of where RSI is and things like that. And that's actually what I was actually going to talk about for Ag Eagle. So as you guys can see, this is a 3-month chart. High was 1768. And since that point, we're back down to 403, high of 457. And as you guys can see, the RSI is right around, looks like 40. So we're, 10 over the oversold of RSI. So we still have a decent amount to go before we start to get to the overbought. So a lot of these guys, you're going to start to see, I do think you're going to start to see steady positive green, but I don't want to like tell you guys that and then we just continue in a downward trend, because it could easily happen. Oh, you have Doge, Lucas? I didn't know. What's your average cost? I'd have to look, actually, Duckster, because I bought in, sold, and then bought in again. So I'll definitely have to look. I do believe it's 40 something, 45 maybe, is where I think I'm at. The problem with me is I always buy at its peak like a dumb. Hey, it happens to some people. I'm telling you, it happens. It's just something you'll learn as you get going. I don't know, obviously, how long you've been investing, but you'll learn. And as crazy as it sounds, people say you learn from your mistakes, and you really will. You will learn from your mistakes. I've learned from a few of mine, and I've made a few more, and I've learned from those. And you'll just keep building and building, and then, you'll get there one day, and I'm sure something else will happen. So it's just you learn from what you've made mistakes on, that you feel you've made mistakes on, and you start to get better at it. And you start studying, and you will get better, trust me. I've also tried selling some position. Oh, UAVS to Pluto, that's what I'm talking about. I also tried selling some position off. Webull does to reduce margin. I'm at less than 20% already. Wow. Okay. Actually, drones are already on Mars. Yes. Yeah, that's actually a true statement. Yeah, they are. One, I think, right? Hey, Lucas, you should make a video on stocks in general and the current market situation. I thought about it. I really did think about it, but when I first started the channel and I would do some things like that, it really just didn't catch. A lot of people just weren't interested. And, that's unfortunately just kind of the situation we're in. So, I talked to, when I was doing the collab, after I did the collab with TC from Burnout Market Trading, I thought about doing like a stereotypes for traders or investors, and just kind of like, put something together that's absolutely funny for people. And I think eventually we're going to work on that for sure. I tweeted this a few days ago, and I think if people really sat down and thought about it, all were not as bad as the market is showing up. Yeah. That's what's crazy, because if you go look at the Dow, every Dow stock seems like it's right at its 52-week high, or they're making new highs. And then you obviously have tech and NASDAQ and, the OTCs that are just getting beat like no other. Amazon went from 4 to 60 in 2 years. Microsoft took 16 years just to break even. And Tesla, who was just months from bankruptcy in 2017, success takes patience, and humble CEO will lead us to the promised land. I agree. I'm not going anywhere with humble. No, by no means. I have accepted the fact that my minimum of selling for right now, if I were to trim, would be 10,000. That's really the reason why I added the 2,000 extra shares, was because if we do start to see some pretty good prices again, like 7 to even 10, I might start to trim, 500 to even 1,000 shares. But the lowest I'm going to trim is down to 10,000. So really, as of right now, the only thing I could sell would be about 2. But that's something I'm going to start doing myself. Like, I'm not just going to sit on these and see money go up and then just lose everything I've profited. So definitely changing my style. I have that skill 2. As soon as I buy, huge sell signal. Yeah, it's just incredible. But, that's something that I was doing, and I really started to not let FOMO or some of that stuff happen. So yeah, it's definitely something. It's a trait you got to learn for sure. So, well, guys, I'm gonna wrap up this live stream. It has been phenomenal. This room is getting very, very hot. I'm sure it's because I'm wearing this absolutely amazing hockey jersey I bought. Um, I was so pumped to get this jersey. If you guys watch the Mighty Ducks as kids, you know exactly what this is. Um, but guys, I'm definitely gonna wrap this live stream up. I'm gonna start. I got at least 2 videos I'm gonna make for the other channel tonight, because I assume that they will do better on the weekend than any stock video. So I'm gonna knock out a few more videos after this live stream, and I hope you guys have a tremendous weekend. If you haven't, go subscribe to my other channel. It is the Beat of KC. I'm gonna pull it up real quick, just so you guys have it. It is, honestly, it'll help out tremendously, guys. I'm trying to get, hey, look, we're going live. Here's the other channel right here. We're rolling with 34 subscribers. Absolutely, absolutely amazing. As you guys can see, I have one. There's one more right, 2 more right here. So yeah, we're pulling in some views. We're getting some decent views. Just need to start getting some subscribers. So head on over to that Discord, head on over to the new YouTube channel, and it'll help out tremendously, guys. It'll help out tremendously. Hey Lucas, volume is the #1 factor for a stock to go up. Can I ask you, where do you see a stock's volume? The reason I ask is because you are a stock guru. I wish I was a stock guru, Jose. I am far from it. There are so many people out there that do way more than I do. So yeah, for sure. But you can see volume right here, Jose. So if you go to any place you look up a ticker, you're going to see volume, and that's where you'll see how much money is traded within the day. So appreciate you guys so much. I really do. It means a ton. Have a great weekend. Spend time with your friends. Spend time with your family. Do what you enjoy, and we will get back in on this on Monday. Hopefully everyone has a green Monday. Not going to jinx it, knock on wood, and we'll see what happens. As always, have a good weekend. Have a good day. See you guys